name is Russell Clark, Alliance Solutions Group. Just a little bit about Alliance. We are a business partner for Sage Software. We focus only on construction and real estate solutions, and we are headquartered in California and Florida, and we have offices in Texas as well, and we also cover the Caribbean. So we only deal with construction-related products. Some of you know us, some of us, I know our name, and some of us we've talked to many times. So Sage Construction Anywhere is a new product from Sage that is a cloud-based product. So essentially it's out on the internet. And what it's doing is it's actually allowing individuals to log in to a website which was created and designed based on the Microsoft Windows Azure platform, which is a platform that essentially allows Sage or any other custom programmer to develop a very robust website where we can host information, whether it's documents, provide collaboration, as well as be able to do what we're going to do that I'm going to show you is be able to capture time and post that back into the back office accounting software. Currently, the software interfaces with the Sage 300 Construction CRE product, back office product, the Sage 100, formerly Master Builder product, will have the connector released this summer. I've been told June, but please don't quote me on that. You know how those software developers are, but it's definitely coming soon. The functionality you're going to see today is all the website, and so the back office workflow and the back office design has not changed at all with either product. So everything that you can do on the Sage Construction Anywhere website, you can do whether or not you are a Sage 300 CRE client or a Sage 100 Contractor client. I don't want anybody to think that they're going to get anything different from either product depending on which one you own. So I'm going to refer to the accounting, the back office software as just generically back office, but know that I'm referring to both the Sage 300 CRE and the Sage 100 Contractor. The Sage Construction Anywhere product is accessed through any web browser. I use Chrome, but you can use Internet Explorer, and I've tried that and Mozilla. I haven't tried Safari. I'm not a big Mac person, but I'm sure it works. And then, of course, any web-enabled tablet, smartphone, or device that has a browser in it, you can access the Sage Construction Anywhere website. This is the pricing. I'm just going to throw that out there now. I will come back to it at the end and leave the slide up during the question and answer session so that you guys can see it and write it down, because it might make more sense once I go through the product. You'll see the different components. So it's the core services that gives you access to running job cost-related reports, as well as uploading project files to the Sage Construction Anywhere website, is $150 a month. If you do want to utilize the time capture, then you can get the core services and the time capture for $250 a month. As of at the end of April, Sage is running a promotion that if you don't already own it, which I'm assuming everybody on the line doesn't, you get the first month free, and depending on what level of business care you are, you get a discount off the services. This is a subscription service that is separate and distinct from your ongoing support and maintenance contract. So there is no long-term contract with this product. You can cancel it at any time. And again, it's a month-to-month basis. So if you are going to utilize the time capture piece, then you actually have individuals who will log on to the website and actually key time in. If they're a basic user, and again, in the core services, you get one basic user and one advanced. If they're a basic user, that means they have the ability to key time in for themselves only. So a basic user would have full access to the core services, both the reports and files, and they'd be able to key their own time into the website. An advanced user, of course, has all access to all the core services, the reports and files, and then they would be able to both key time in for other individuals. So it would be somebody like a superintendent or site foreman who's keying time in for some of their employees, and as well as if an advanced user can be an approver, a time approver. And you have various approval levels, and one of them is a supervisor. You can also have a project manager that approves the supervisor's approval. So it's a step above. After the supervisor approves the time, the project manager could approve it. And then ultimately you have the payroll administrator who approves all the time and can do anything they want with the time, as well as post it into the system. So again, I mentioned we'll follow up with everyone at the end of the webinar. We will also have my associate Cameron Clark will be contacting everybody who participated on the webinar to just make sure that if you have any questions or if you are looking for a quote, and you can contact them at the information below, both the email and the phone number. So let me go and jump right into the software. Enough of the PowerPoint. This is the Sage Construction Anywhere website when you log in. This is the home page that you'll land on if you have more than one job set up and you have access to more than one job. You can set a user up in here that only has access to one job, and they would go straight to the project homepage. So just keep that in mind. As you can see down here under My Projects, I have access to 2 projects, and I can go into either one and see reports as well as files, and I can key time into those because I'm a time entry advanced user. You get a visual representation of your job through Bing Maps. You can hide that. You can just close that if you wanted to and get a larger project. You can filter your project list by typing in a name or number, and anything on the project identifier will filter that down. If you're a time approver, you'll see individual time for all those that you're responsible for. If you're a basic user, you'll see status of your time. Over here, we've got action items. Action items are more geared towards items that are requesting your attention. So if you request a report and the report is not available, it will alert you. If there's somebody posted a file up to a folder that you have access to, you will get a notice that a file has been posted there or downloaded. Newsfeed is just a general, this is what's going on with your website, and depending on your security level, you have access to different news items. So that's a good point now to bring up. This website is security focused at the website level, meaning that the security that's in your back office accounting software does not come into play. So you physically, as a site administrator or an individual in your organization as a site administrator, would set up an individual user, cite that user to your website. So after you've got your website set up, you would start to invite users. Those users can be your employees. They could be outside third-party individuals, owners, architects, engineers. They don't have to be internal to your organization. That being said, you can set up projects on the Safe Construction Anywhere website that are not existing in your back office software. When you set up a project, you link it to the back office software. If you need to run reports and you want to have that link, as well as if you need to post time against it. But if you want to set a project up that is in the bidding status, where you're still trying to win the contract, you can do that. You can have collaboration on that with both the project files, with the project files piece, so you can upload documents. Again, the security controls both what you have access to as well as what you can do on the website. And you can lock a person down so they could be in view-only mode, and they can't. They can view things, download them, but they can't upload and they can't change and things like that. So you have full security there. So again, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to launch from the home page, to a project home page. So if I click on this Clackamas Office Park, it'll take me. I have to be careful. I have to keep moving the mouse and doing things, because if I don't pay attention to it, it'll time out on me. So it does auto time out after, I think, like 15 minutes. This is my home page. The reports are here showing me all the reports that I've requested. If I need to, I can request a brand new report. So, I get it. Clicked on the little thing here. This, my security in the Chrome browser was blocking the AccuWeather script, so I just turned that on. So sorry about that. I should have turned it on before we started. But this is a little weather widget, so you can see the status of the project, the weather, and then this is the project time that we keyed in, and down here you have some more project information that you can add. So if I wanted to see a report that I've already requested that's available, I can just click on the little disk icon, and what the system has done is it's gone out and I requested the report. It compiled the report as a PDF. Of course, it ran the report on the server, on the back office accounting server, and then it uploaded the report to the website. And I did that right before we started. But again, I can go back and request additional reports. These are all reports that are in your system that are job cost related. So you can't run any reports that don't have a basis or a primary sorting of jobs. So if you notice, I've got job costs, job overview, I've got change order logs, RFI logs. I do have AP invoices by job because, again, the primary sort on that is the job. So all of your reports will be fed up to the website, and then as a site administrator, from a security standpoint, you determine which reports are available to which jobs and which users. And again, you can make them all available across the board, or you can focus on, individual jobs get individual reports, and the same thing with the users. So again, it's very locked down from a security standpoint. And this would probably be a good time to explain as well. All of your payroll information will get uploaded into the Safe Construction Anywhere site if you have the time feature. The employees, your pay IDs, all the jobs will be available, all the cost codes that on those jobs. So, so that information is there so you can key your time in, but you actually release that information. So it's there, and when I say you, I mean the administrator tells the system when they can see it. Also, you're going to have, like I said, your jobs are going to be there, all your cost codes in the jobs, your payroll information, employee pay IDs, all of your all your reports. So, sorry, all your job cost reports are going to be available. So if I want to request a report, I can just click on the report itself. It shows me a list of how, when I requested it and that it's available. I can delete it if I want, or I could just click Request Report. This then sends a request down to the server through a Office connector piece, I guess would be the best way, or Sage Construction Anywhere connector is the actual name of the software product that you install on your server. Your IT person or your site administrator will install this. That connector piece is the only thing that has connection back to your server. There's no direct interface. That connector is kind of the firewall between the website and your back office accounting. So no one will see anything that you as a site administrator don't make available on the Sage Construction Anywhere site to an individual. So it'll go ahead and show me that it's pending, and it'll put that into the page so that I can see, the RFI report is pending. Also, when the report is available, I'll also get an email. So this is the one that I requested a few minutes ago. And then you'll have a link here. If I click on that link, if I'm not already logged in to Sage Construction Anywhere, it would actually prompt me for my username and password. But since I'm already logged in, it will just take me directly to the actual report. So you don't have to necessarily have the Sage Construction Anywhere site open in order to utilize that. So, and again, you can, run any report, request the reports that you have access to. Let me go back to the home page and show you the project files. If I click on this gear to the left of the job, it's actually going to open up an action bar. And depending on where you're at, you get action bars that allow you to click on different features. I could have went to the reports, and it would show me that report screen. This would take me directly to the map, isolated on the job. I get info, the number of users and roles because I am an administrator. But if I click on project files, this will take me to my jobs project files. I say I do have some questions. So I am the worst multitasker, so I will focus on your questions when this is over. This is a job file structure that I created. I just went in there and created a brand new file folder. Again, depending on your security level, you can either create new folders or you can't. If I wanted to come in and look at a set of drawings that have been uploaded, and again, this structure can be, however you wanted the file folder structure. But I could go ahead and click on a file, and it's going to download it. It will open it based on the settings of your browser. So if your Internet Explorer browser is designed to open this directly, then you can. And this is Windows 8 Reader. I'm still getting used to that because I just bought a new PC, but essentially now I'm in Metro, I think, on Windows 8. So let me get out of there. And so that's showing me the drawings. And again, it will open the native app that's associated with the file. So if I click to download an Excel spreadsheet, it'll open up Excel. If I have a CAD drawing and I have AutoCAD loaded, it'll open the CAD drawing. If I have OnCenter loaded and download an OnCenter on-screen takeoff, it'll do that. If I want to look at the actual file properties, I can click on it here and see all the related properties. These properties are important because as your files, project files grow, you'll be able to search on them. And it's going to search based on the values that are here on the file properties. The name is part of it, created by, job number, etc. I also have the ability to download here or copy and paste on the website, rename, and delete. So if I go back over to the home, I can look at other sections. I've got daily reports. If I wanted to, I could create a folder for each month. I'm not keeping up on my due diligence because I didn't create a maze folder. But if I want to upload a file, I just click on the plus, select the file, go to my desktop. There's a daily report that I created. And I can tag it as a type of report, and that will further allow better search capabilities. But then I just upload the file. And you can upload multiple files. You can select more than one. And now the upload is successful. So if I wanted to download it, I could. Let me go back to the home page. And you can do any files. You can do images. So any electronic file you can upload. And I haven't done this in Windows 8. We'll see what this does. Launch a JPEG. Hey, what app is this? There we go. There's JPEG here. Let's go back. So, excuse me. So that's project files in a sense. Again, you know, you're uploading files and you're tying them to a job. And I'll go back to the home page. And then we'll go through the time entry piece. And then we will answer all of your questions. Just in case you have some, because I left something out or didn't mention something. So here, if I click on time entry, and just as a note, these menus here are designed specifically to work both in a browser as well as on a tablet or an iPhone. They're big enough so where you click on them with your finger, if you're using a touch tablet, you're not going to accidentally miss and hit the next one over. So again, I'm an administrator, but if I was a time entry only person, I would see just this button that says enter time. And if I click on this from the home page, I have the ability to enter time for myself, and I can post that time to any job. So this is showing me the current pay period. So for this week, I haven't really entered any time, but if I click all, I could show you time that's been entered in prior weeks. This, again, has been approved. I've saved it and submitted it and approved it, but this time has just been saved. And so because it's been saved and I haven't submitted it, I still have the ability to edit that. So I can edit a time card. So as a user, you should have full control over your time until you actually submit it. So if I go current, and then I key in, hit the plus, I'm going to go ahead and record a new time entry, or as they like to call it, time card. There's me, today's date. I distribute my time. I choose my project. I choose my cost codes. And then I currently would distribute my time based on one of 3 pay IDs. The pay IDs will be expanded in the summer release. Again, time frame roughly June, I hope. Currently, you only have the 3, but come summer, you'll have to be able to select from any pay ID that's in your system that you set up in Sage Construction Anywhere. And for those who use Sage Construction 300, for those who use Timberline, you'll have access to extras. So right now you don't, but that's coming. You can type in notes, helps if you turn on cap lock, notes on the time. And again, I can save it. And then if I wanted to save it and then come back and review it later, I can. If I submit it, the time is submitted on up the food chain, going to the next approver. The time and the notes, the notes on the time records will follow the time. So when you post this, when the back office payroll administrator posts the time, the notes will follow with it. So it's not just resident on the website. It actually gets into the back office system and follows through. And it is a posting. So unlike other third-party time capture systems, you actually are going to post this information from the website into your back office system through the Sage connector, Sage Construction Anywhere connector piece that's sitting on the server. So if, again, if I wanted to come in then and review my time and post it, or if I wanted to, let me go back to the home page, or if I wanted to key in time, say I'm an individual who is a superintendent on a job, and I have people who work for me, and I key their time in. I go to the project homepage, then that is where I would say, okay, come on. I would click on my time, and then enter time. And then here I have the ability to key in my time for this project for the individuals that I'm in charge of on this project to key their time in for. So I'm a time unlimited, or time, as you can see there's a couple here. So if I click on the plus, I've already keyed in time for myself when Wes' time was keyed in the other day. But if I choose another individual, I can key in time. And my time was already submitted. It's refreshing. And then we key in time. Click the plus. Same, except for the job is locked down, and then I got cost codes and time. So again, it was designed for ease of use, so that you get these big giant buttons. So you have the ability on the iPad or the iPhone or even the website. There you go. Keep it timing. And again, like I said, if you had the supervisor time turned on, the review, which is an option. You don't have to have that on. You can have enter time, and then the individual, either the superintendent or the individual employee themselves, submit their time. Then you can have the payroll administrator would be the ultimate approver, and you could skip these two intermediary approval processes. But if you have it turned on, you could have the supervisor come in. And then they would see a list of all the time that's been submitted, and they would then have the ability to approve an individual's time for the entire week or just one day. They can edit the time. As a supervisor, you have editing capabilities, but you can't change the hours that the employee submitted. So I can click the 8, I can change the cost code, or I could reallocate to a different cost code, but it still has to add up in total to 8. So if I want, I could approve it, approve all the days, even the ones without the time. And so then once it gets approved, then it's going to lock it down, and now I can't, as a supervisor, I can't touch the time anymore. So then, as an individual payroll back office administrator, I would come in, and the ultimate step would be to my time. This is the payroll administrator time review. And then they would go ahead and send the time. They would review the time and then mark it and send it to the back office. So a couple things they're working on. They're working on GPS